You look around and think everyone's doing fine. That weakness somehow works now. That softness is maturity. That submission is emotional intelligence. But deep down, you know the truth. Weak men are invisible, ignored, disrespected, forgotten. Not because the world is cruel, but because nature is. And nature never negotiates. Women don't lose respect for weak men because they're mean. They lose respect because weakness threatens survival. It repels instinct. It signals danger. When you shrink, when you hesitate, when you trade your edge for approval, she doesn't see a good man. She sees extinction. That's the harsh reality most men will never face, and the reason most men stay half alive. Before we go further, if you're the kind of man who'd rather face the truth than stay comfortable in lies, like, share, and subscribe, because what's coming next will change the way you see yourself. Forever. You've been told to be nice, to always understand, to suppress every ounce of aggression in you, because the world fears the sight of a man who isn't tamed. You've been sold a vision of manhood stripped of all its fangs, a polite, compliant, emotionally castrated version of masculinity. You were told that if you just love hard enough, if you give endlessly, if you never raise your voice, she'll stay. That being soft will make her feel safe. That surrender will buy you affection. It doesn't. Because when you erase your edge, you erase your identity. When you trade your power for comfort, you kill the very polarity that makes attraction real. Modern culture worships weakness, yet despises the weak. It celebrates men who feel everything, but secretly yearns for men who can hold everything. And that contradiction destroys you from the inside out. They told you masculinity was toxic. No. The absence of it is. Because without strength, discipline, and direction, a man becomes lost. And nothing is more dangerous than a man who's lost himself. Every movie, every song, every influencer whispers the same poison. Be harmless, and you'll be loved. But harmlessness isn't virtue. It's impotence disguised as peace. And women see through it. They might pity it, but they'll never respect it. The lie runs deep. It teaches men to confuse obedience for empathy, weakness for kindness, silence for wisdom. And while you bow your head hoping to be enough, the world quietly removes your crown. Respect is not given, it's recognized. And a woman's respect doesn't come from your words, your apologies, or your sensitivity. It comes from the presence you project, the kind that says, I'm rooted in something deeper than your validation. She doesn't test you because she hates you. She tests you because she needs to know you can hold the storm, because life will test her too. And if you crumble under her emotion, how can she trust you to lead when the world burns? Masculinity isn't about control, it's about centeredness. It's the quiet confidence of a man who's mastered his chaos, not denied it. It's the discipline to stay grounded when your instincts scream. It's the strength to speak truth when your fear says stay silent. Every woman feels it instantly, that vibration of a man who knows who he is. He doesn't chase respect. He commands it through his calm, through his purpose, through the weight of his silence. That's why weak men lose it. Because weakness has no gravity. And without gravity, nothing orbits you. Not loyalty, not respect, not love. So understand this. Being a man isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about walking into every moment as if your life depends on your spine staying straight. When you live like that, women feel it. They might not even know why, but something ancient stirs within them. Something that says, this one can carry the fire. The warrior doesn't need to scream his power. His presence does the speaking. The king doesn't beg for loyalty. His direction commands it. The sage doesn't react. He observes, then moves with precision. The hunter doesn't chase validation. He hunts purpose. All four live inside you, but most men have silenced them. You were born to be forged, not coddled. To build kingdoms, not comfort zones. To protect, not please. These archetypes are your inheritance, but they require a price: pain. And pain is the forge where weak men melt and strong men form. Let's strip this down to your psychology. Attraction is biological. Respect is psychological. Both orbit one truth: dominance with discipline. A woman's respect is tied to how safe she feels in your strength, not your softness, not your submission, your strength. Because the primitive brain doesn't care about your degrees or your income. It cares about stability under chaos. When you show indecision, her brain reads danger. When you show desperation, her instincts say unfit. And when you lack purpose, her subconscious screams, he cannot protect the tribe. That's why confidence isn't a mood, it's a message. Every breath you take communicates something primal. Every pause, every movement, every decision either builds or burns your masculine frame. Weakness isn't just physical, it's spiritual. It's when your mind bends before reality does. It's when your emotions own you instead of the other way around. Respect dies the moment you abandon your own boundaries. Because the moment you betray yourself to be liked, everyone watching, including her, knows you can't be trusted. Picture a lion, not in a cage, but in the wild. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't overcompensate. He moves and everything watches. When he roars, it's not for attention, it's for territory. When he fights, it's not out of insecurity. It's out of order. Now picture a domesticated cat, well-fed, declawed, safe, comfortable. But the moment the window opens, he stares out at the wilderness like something's missing. Because something is. That's the modern man, caged by comfort, disconnected from his nature, wondering why no one respects him. He's forgotten that respect comes from danger under control, from the power to destroy that is consciously restrained. A lion doesn't need permission to be respected. He just is. And so must you be. Look in the mirror. Don't flinch. Don't look away. The man staring back, is he a threat to his own weakness? Or has he become one of the tamed? You know what she sees when she looks at you? Not your potential, not your excuses. She sees your energy. And energy never lies. You can't fake masculine presence. You can't pretend confidence. You either own yourself or you don't. You've spent enough time explaining your failures. Enough time trying to earn respect through sympathy. Respect doesn't respond to tears. It responds to truth. This is your moment. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to hand you respect. You earn it when you decide your weakness has expired. Stop negotiating with weakness. Stop explaining your softness. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be powerful. Reclaim your spine. Reignite your focus. Relearn what it means to be dangerous, but disciplined. Ruthless, but righteous. Silent, but solid. Because when you stand tall again, everything around you realigns. Respect returns. Energy changes. The world remembers your name. Now stand up. Walk like your ancestors are watching, because they are. This is not about women. It's about worth, and worth only bows to strength. If growth is your mission, show some love and hit the like and subscribe button.